and welcome. My name is Juliana and this is Stef, and we are excited to share with you about your leadership journey, specifically with Solex, which is the premier health technology company. First, let me give some context. So Stef was the first one to share about the AO scan with me, and I was actually resistant. I kept putting you off because I'm like, I don't know what this is. It sounds crazy. And then when you scanned me from Omaha to Nashville, I'm like on the phone thinking, this is nuts. I don't think anything's happening. I didn't feel anything. And I was so skeptical. But I did have the same thought of this could change everything. And that's why I dared to get started with you and sign up and get the technology. And I started trying it. And in 5 days, the symptoms I was experiencing went away. So that's where our journey started.
And we just kept showing up like that. When people would mention to us that they were experiencing certain issues or symptoms, we would say, like, do you want to see?
Let's try it.
Frequencies will help. Do you want to try a scan? And nearly every single time they were like, oh my gosh, this issue that my kid was having has gone away. This pain that I was having has gone away. Over and over and over again, to now we have so many stories and testimonials. We have an entire Facebook group based around that where people just share how this has shifted their lives. And it's amazing to hear. Like, I tell people that I witness miracles for a living because I don't know how else to describe it. It is absolutely miraculous that we are now tapping into a level of technology that is changing people's lives energetically, shifting their emotions through sound and music, shifting their symptoms with frequency waves that cannot even be seen by the human eye, but can be felt in the results. And there's just nothing that gives me more hope for our future because this is now available to us.
And at the touch of a button. It's so simple. I love it. So Stef, tell me about this journey. What has it been like for you? It's been 3 years, right? How has the last 3 years with Solex been?
It has evolved in ways that I knew were possible, but I wasn't sure how soon I would be experiencing certain things with the evolution. But it's just been so much fun. I love that I get to do this business with my sister and my best friends, and that we have attracted the most amazing human beings on the planet, from practitioners to moms and dads to holistic minded people that just want better for their lives and are looking for new solutions. And we help them see how this technology can fit into their lives and into their businesses. And over the past 3 years, all of us have just grown so much because we dove headfirst into launching this with Solex in January of 2021. And it's been amazing to see how many more lives this has impacted. We now have over 1,400 people on our team in just 3 years, that we are now witnessing people retire from their careers, their previous careers as emotion code practitioners, as naturopaths, as energy healers, because they are able to pursue this full time now. And that's something that I was able to do. It's just been a joy to do this.
Tell us more about that. Where were you beforehand? What were you doing? And then what was your shock and awe moment with the AO scan? And then how did that progress with your business?
I was an emotion code practitioner, and I launched my business in January of 2020, right before the world shut down because of the pandemic. I was doing one-on-one sessions over the phone out of my bedroom closet because my children were home, my husband was home, our dog was home and it was so noisy. I was doing video calls with people, and I loved that work. I love being an emotion code practitioner, but I knew that there had to be a better way to help empower people and not be so dependent on me for those services, because anybody can energetically clear stuff from themselves. And as I started to learn more about energy medicine and frequency technology was coming into my realm and people were talking about it, I knew that that had to be the solution that I was looking for, and that's when AOScan was introduced to me by my sister. But to see how that could be integrated into my energy healing practice, and that's initially how I started, and then watch it grow into something that completely replaced the income that I was making, to deciding to change and shift my focus to just AOScan and building this business. I no longer had to see clients one-on-one. I was earning passive income and still helping people at the same time to help themselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an exponential growth leap there.
Yeah, it really was.
Huge. So now you're at the rank of platinum, which is a huge accomplishment, and you've helped so many people along the way. So I'd like to know, what are some of those keys to getting to where you are now?
Yeah, from the very beginning, I took this very seriously as a business. And like I said earlier, I dove in head first, but I also set very firm boundaries for myself because I did not want this to be a 40-hour-a-week or more job for me. I wanted this to provide more flexibility and more freedom and more time with my kids. So I was able to build this business by being very clear on what my intentions were and being very consistent in showing up for it. We did presentations in that first year. We did AOScan presentations almost every single week. We were rotating them, and with that practice of getting online in front of people on Zoom, sometimes it was 100 people and sometimes it was just 3. But treating that presentation like that was the most important thing that I could do for my business to grow it, that is really what got us started, what got us comfortable talking about the technology. And now people come to us and they say, how are you so good at sharing this? Oh my gosh, we love watching your presentations. It's because I have done it hundreds of times. And we have now provided the tools to our team to put you on like a light speed track so that you don't have to do it hundreds of times to feel comfortable with it, that you can get started in your first month because you have all of the resources that you need. And so that was a huge piece of it, was being consistent with just showing up, but also creating a community where people felt supported and had all of the tools that they need from a marketing perspective, from content that they can share on social media, to teaching them how to use tools like Canva, and like the back end of that to create content. So I really focused more on like the bigger picture things and the resources and the value that we can provide to our community. And that has helped really this more like massive growth like this for everybody, rather than just focusing on myself.
It's been huge. I am so grateful for all that you did, especially that very first year. We were creating so much content. So much of it was Stef, and still is, in creating content and more marketing opportunities for our team. We're so grateful. So if you had to start your business over tomorrow, what would you tell yourself if you were just getting started?
If I had to start my business over, I would do a few things differently with showing up more consistently on social media.
Yeah.
I wish that I would have spent more time creating short form videos and content just consistently over that first couple of years about what this is, interviewing other people, getting their testimonials, which I didn't really start doing until the third year into the business. And that has been really powerful. So I highly encourage you, if you have a social media following, that's great. If you don't, you can still get started. It's not too late. There are very few people still who are sharing this online, and they need to hear your unique story, your unique reasons for using this, and think of who you want to serve. Is it just pets and animals? That's a possibility. Is it just moms with children? That market is completely open. So there's still so much room for other people to succeed with this. And I never want anyone to, watch these videos that we have on our channel and think, oh, well, they got started in the beginning, that's why they're so successful. It's like, there aren't enough of us. There's only like a few dozen of us that are at the top, and it could be thousands.
It will be.
So it will be thousands. And so we just encourage you, get started now. This is still ground floor opportunity. This is still the very early stages and beginning. And Solex has provided so much more to us in the form of programs with the AO scan, but also other devices, other tools that we can sell and build a business with.
And that brings me to my next question. What do you see for the future of Solex? Like, what are you excited about?
I really see the future of Solex that they will be like the equivalent of a household name in the wellness industry, that they truly have positioned themselves as a one-stop shop for all of your wellness technology needs. Whether that's something that you want to have in your home and you're starting like a little wellness spa in your house, or if you want to start an entire wellness center to serve others, to make another stream of income, you can literally set up shop with the AO Infinity mat, with the Infinity wand, with the radio foot detox. Just imagine there could be a whole center that just has, radio foot detoxes lined up, almost like going to get a pedicure, but you're actually doing something healthy for your body. And so I think in the future, frequencies are absolutely going to lead the way in health and wellness. And we're going to see so many more innovations coming through.
Yes. Yeah, we are. You have seen so many breakthroughs, physically, emotionally, mentally, right? How about financially? How has it impacted your life?
The financial piece of this has been absolutely life-changing for me. I look back all of the time and I can't believe how far I have come from being someone who was chronically ill, who could barely get out of bed, who had tens of thousands of dollars in medical debt, never knowing if I was going to be able to function as a normal human being, then getting healed through natural methods, frequencies, light and sound, technology. This piece of it has allowed me to be completely independent, to afford the things that I never thought I would be able to purchase on my own. And when I want something for my family, when I want something for my life, or I want one of these new technologies in my house, I can purchase it and not even think twice about it, because it's now become available to me to be able to afford that. And one of my favorite things that I've been able to do was my son turned 10 and I was able to pay for an entire trip to Florida for our whole family for 5 days, completely on my own. And previously, I never would have been able to do that. I did have a background in the corporate world for about 7 years, and I was making a decent income there, but I'm making more money now than when I was managing $1 million entertainment company. And so this piece has just given myself and my family so much more freedom and allowed me to dream again about what our future is going to look like and what we really want to do, where we want to be, what we want to be doing more of together.
Yeah, it's awesome. Clearly, you're having great success in what you're doing. What does your normal work schedule working this business look like?
I am so grateful for what my schedule looks like now, because in a previous career, I was working 70 hours a week.
Oof.
I was working nights and weekends, really late, and it was absolutely exhausting. It was eating my soul. And I remember thinking to myself, how do people go on like this? How does anyone spend their life working this hard and never even being able to enjoy their life, the fruits of their labor? And now I have set this beautiful schedule for myself that has so much flexibility, and it's very purposeful and intentional in how I want to spend my time. So in the mornings, I get up, I help my kids get ready for school, I see them out the door, and my husband is able to drive them to school. And then I do my meditation, I go for a walk, I do journaling, I make myself a delicious breakfast, and I actually sit down and enjoy it. And then I start my work day. And my work day looks like having a couple of Zoom meetings, working on some content that I'm creating for my social media, maybe recording a podcast, and then I'm able to go pick up my kids from school. I pick them up, I can take them to their activities, I make dinner for my family every night. We sit around the table and eat dinner together every single night.
That's awesome.
And I am able to take vacation whenever I want. Last year, I took 6 personal vacations that totaled over 40 days of vacation days in 1 year.
Wow.
In addition to
awesome.
like the business trips that I chose to go on as well. I love traveling, and so that's how I choose to spend my time. And I don't have to ask anyone's permission to do that. And that's really the beauty of what this has done to change my life. And I'm now hoping that I can also like get my husband out of needing to work a 9-to-5 job and having restrictions and somebody to answer to, because there is another way.
It's huge. And we have that opportunity with Solex. What would you say to someone that is considering joining this business?
I would say that if you have any call or nudge or pull, that this is something that is interesting to you, that this is something that you feel that you are resonating with, there is a reason for that. There are millions of people in this world who still have not heard about this technology. And if it has come across your path, I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. That was not a coincidence. And if you have this pull inside of you that you're considering it, maybe I could do this, just do it. Just get started, because we have such an incredibly supportive team that is here to help you. Yes, we have us 4 leaders, but there are dozens of other people that participate. I mean, hundreds of other people that participate in our Facebook groups and our monthly calls. And Solex provides such wonderful resources as well. So you are 100% supported. We will give you everything that you need to succeed. It is just a matter of you showing up and sharing this with the world.
Well, thank you so much, one, for sharing this with me. And it changed my life and our lives. Now we're doing all of this together.
Traveling the world together.
And then thank you as well for sharing your wisdom and your journey with all of us.